Visiting the Shymkent is a great activity, especially during the daytime. You will observe it's neat and clean, well planned, and highly organized infrastructure of the city where people feel relaxed and they enjoy even if they have to cover a longer distances. You can easily walk through or take the bus from one part of the city to the other part of the city. Wandering around the city make you to interact with the local people and get the first hand information about the places and the famous spots. It is a wonderful thing to learn about the society.
Едете прямо и направо. Направо.
Сколько километров здесь?
Направо 2 километра примерно.
Да.
Направо и 2 километра прямо. Вот смотрите, по этой линии вот так едете. Тут озеро есть. Потом вот тут река, большая река. Так.
Большая река.
Хочхарата называется. Название реки.
Название что?
Хочхарата.
Хочхарата.
Да, Хочхарата.
Хочхарата.
Да.
Спасибо большое.
Этот можно?
These friends informed us that Khushkrata is a beautiful place, and if you wish to approach there, it is just 2 kilometers away, and by walking you can have a lot of wonderful observation of the society, the people, the architecture, and the daily way of life of the Shymkent people. Shymkent's architecture is a mix of many layers, ancient, Soviet, and modern periods are blended beautifully, and they are highly attractive for everyone. It creates a kind of patchwork that reflects its long history and changing rulers. The settlement patterns and fortification styles from ancient and medieval patterns reflect a beautiful history and present day life in Shymkent. Здравствуйте, девочки. Вы можете сказать, что там? Что это? Это здание что? Мамрика. Это по-русски? Это не по-русски. Это не по-русски.
Я Kazakhstan.
Это казахстанский.
Anne
Меккен.
көмектесетін орталыққа жұмыс тауып беретін типа 20 елу сияқты нәрсе ғой андай.
Спасибо. Спасибо большое. Local people are very friendly and they provide you the first hand information and everything that is located in the city. It is not only about the locations, but also they provide you the best and the first hand information about the society, the folklore, the values, the social norms, the living style, the social preferences, and everything that is important for a common man to observe about the life here. Though the city is ancient, but it is very well maintained with lush green parks, and everything is maintained in an order so that when you... Здравствуйте, девочка. Здравствуйте. Вы можете сказать, как называется это место? Называется это место что? Как называется это место?
Только хан.
Toke Khan. Spasiba большое. Okay. While wandering around the city, the best way is to ask the people about the different places. She told us about a very famous place, Toke Khan, that is basically the entertainment center not only for the elders but also for the kids, and you can easily approach there from the center of the city. Shymkent has a strong Soviet influence that appears in public buildings, urban planning, and houses which are constructed in different styles and different patterns. Socialist realism, that is the post war classism, that represents different mosques, churches, and public buildings, are of great value and they are worthy of visiting. Big public cultural buildings like Palace of Culture, built in 1957, are done in post-war socialist classicism. These often have grand facades, symmetry, classical columns, or pilasters, decorative reliefs, ornamentation, and many such artistic works are apparent on these buildings. Здравствуйте, девочка, вы можете сказать, как называется это место?
Место? Так. Забыла сейчас. Вам остановка нужен? Звоню.
Диван?
Так, филармония?
Сермон, я не понимаю. Спасибо. Urban planning is very wonderful, especially broad straight avenues, central squares for rallies or monuments, large public spaces, parks, cultural palaces, theaters. All types of Soviet layout elements are prominent in Shymkent. The Soviets emphasized monumental public architecture, large housing blocks, functional infrastructure, and many symmetrical and useful buildings are constructed wherever there was need. Especially the mass apartment blocks are very famous throughout the Soviet influence of the region. Though not always ornate, these shape large portions of urban landscape and standardize facades, concrete panels, simple geometry, and airy, bulky, and huge buildings are the hallmark of that style of architecture. These types of architectures, monuments, especially at the crossings and the squares, are very common and worthy of seeing. Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. Вы можете сказать, какое место это?
Библиотека Пушкина.
Что, это что?
Библиотека.
Библиотека. Это библиотека? Да,
Библиотека.
спасибо, большое спасибо. Спасибо. Библиотека. It is a wonderful library and well maintained. So everyone feels attraction to come here, sit inside or outside the library and study whatever one likes. Such facilities are getting very common, and these are very popular with the people. They come here not only for studying, reading and analyzing something, but also for recreation. It's a wonderful place for the kids, and that is, of course, the spot for the intellectual upbringing. Walking through the city, you will come across the contrast, old versus new. That is basically the futuristic approach of Kazakh society. As you walk, you will see ruined or modern older buildings next to grand newer mosques or modern civic complexes like this one. Soviet scale and massing is very common, especially big blocks, broad streets, utilitarian apartment areas. Lots of concrete and large public spaces are very common in Shymkent. Decoration and cultural revival is also very important. More recent buildings often try to incorporate Kazakh national identity, traditional patterns, colors, domes, and arcs like this one. Здравствуйте. Вы можете сказать, что здесь? Что здесь?
Что здесь?
Да?
Филармония? А так не знаю.
Спасибо. Sometimes people are not aware the importance of a building simply because the new generation has not so much interest in the history. Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте, девочка. Вы можете сказать, что здесь? Что здесь?
Здесь?
Да.
Как можно сказать? Здесь театр.
Что это?
Театр.
Театр.
Это где люди выступают.
А, театр.
Да, да.
Большое спасибо. Большое спасибо. Театр. Theater. The buildings are very interesting and have a lot of information, especially the information regarding the history. By the evening time, when it lights up, you observe very romantic atmosphere around you. Let's have some taste of the food. Очень хорошо и очень вкусно. Как вас зовут? Анвар. Анвар. Спасибо. Food scene is very tasty, especially traditional food is very famous, and that is cuisined by using light spices, and it is often grilled or roasted. Street food and markets are very popular in Shymkent, and these are very active and important part of everyday eating. Markets like Central Market, bazaars are a great spot to grab quick bites, try local snacks, fresh fruits, bread, pastries, and everything of this sort. On the other side, traditional cuisines like classic plov, shashlik, lagman, and many edibles of this range are not only affordable but of varied taste, available everywhere in the bazaar during the evening times. There are many restaurants that blend tradition with style, and they offer huge variety of local, traditional, and international foods. These are comparatively costly, and they can provide you the different aspect of the social status that is generally observed in Shymkent. Places like Shindik means often include local flavor done with more attention to decor. The traditional food is served in these type of decor spots, and people while walking from one place to the other place continue to enjoy, and this way they can have huge range of food within one walk. That is now come to Russian lesson 27, that is basically vegetables, meat and edibles. First, vegetables first, kartoffel, 2 makrov, 3 kapusta, 4 luk, 5 chestnut, 6 agrids, 7 pomidor, 8 shikla, 9 perets. Similarly, meats, 1 gavyadina, 2, 3, 4, 5 do it yourself, 6 indica, 7 riba, 8 kolbasa, 9 shashlik. On the other side, edibles, 1 khaleb, 2 sher, 3 yitsa, 4 masla, 5 malaka, 6 yogurt, 7 kasha, 8 borscht, 9 soup. So these are basically the words which are related to your dining and eating. So make short sentences and enjoy your learning.